Good evening. I finished a painting today and I was so very pleased with it. It was ridiculous. I was looking at this thing and I could feel myself communicating to myself. See, there was so much of myself on the canvas, and it was quite emotional. And all the knowledge, the things that I learned about painting, much of it was there. I was very happy with it. I remember when I started to understand that I painted in past lives. I started painting, and then after a while I thought, yeah, I did this already, in the past. And then I looked into this very carefully, and then I found out who I was. Right? So I was this French guy, and I knew the name and everything. So I went down to Paris, where I knew that some of my work was on display in a museum. And I went in there. I was there all alone. I went to Paris alone, which felt sort of silly, but I wanted to be by myself. So I went in there, and I came into this room, and there were two of my own paintings hanging there. And I started to feel very strange. Absolutely. It was a very emotional thing. Then I came into another room, and then there was this big painting that I made. And I was looking at it. There were some people there standing watching it. And it was good lit. It was beautiful. I was so happy with it. And then I started to cry uncontrollably. And it doesn't look good, does it? Well, I didn't want to cry there with all the people, you see. I couldn't stay. So I left the room and sort of relaxed, you see. I thought, what a fantastic thing, right? So I was in this lifetime. I learned how to paint. I painted all of my life back then. And I made these paintings, and then I can get affected by it in another life, like 200 years later, you see. I thought, what a great thing. And it's actually the same thing happening now, which happened today. I did the work, and I got this very strong emotional reaction to it. Myself, I thought maybe this is the point. You live a life, you go through upsets and pain and struggle and good times. You learn a lot of stuff about yourself, about others. You learn a skill. Maybe this is the point. You need to do something which you can remember and be proud of. I strongly believe this, I'm convinced about it, that we live because, well, it started with us being curious. Now, you don't have to believe this, of course, but this is what I'm convinced of. We became curious about the physical bodies and what they were doing and the games they were playing. And we thought, wow, this looks interesting. Look at them, these bodies moving around. All these games they play, So we started to get involved with them. And then after a while it got into like a tradition or routine. So we kept coming back. And then after a while, some of us got stuck with the game of being born, living and dying, being born again. And I believe that this was the idea from the very start. It's about control. You want to know where these spirits are and what they are doing, and if you can have them in or around bodies, that's perfect. you can say, well, okay, so where is George now? What is he doing now? You know, well, he's busy with the body. See, yeah, he's eating now. He's having sex now. You see, yeah, he wants to get a car. He wants to buy a car, so he's working hard to get the money for a car or a yacht or something. You know, these games. And I believe this was the idea, this was the purpose from the start. Now, some of us can actually get away from this. And that was not the idea. But some of us are learning and becoming more and more aware. Lots of people, actually. And this is, of course, key. You want to be able to have a choice. That's the idea. Which you had in the beginning. It was your choice, see. So you want to have this again. You must be able to choose. Should I live again or not? And of course you can if you want to. If you appreciate the game. But it should be under your control. Right? And we can definitely reach this level of awareness. Definitely. I met lots and lots of people who have this awareness. I remember, talking to them. You can see it with them. Right? Some are only visiting briefly, see? That's all good. You see it with children too. I think lots of these children coming now to live here are extremely aware. They are in fantastic shape. Some are not. And this is, I think this is why they have these injections. See, this is the real reason for them. To get these spirits more stuck in the body. That's what I believe. So you want parents who will say no to injections. I can't stress this enough. I don't think so. How important this is. They are poisoning the bodies. All right. That's all. Be good.